Welcome to the lecture on volunteer sampling techniques. Under this, I will be discussing briefly about self-selection sampling techniques and snowball sampling techniques. In the first lecture on non-probability sampling techniques, I discussed the different properties of non-probability sampling techniques. So please watch that video before watching this video. And most of the properties that I discussed under non-probability sampling techniques are applied to these techniques as well. We are not interested in generalizing, and we are not interested much on randomness and representativeness. What are the situations where we can use these volunteer techniques? If you are a teacher of a school or of a university, you are interested in finding out the problems that the students are facing in the canteen. When they are buying foods, when they are eating foods, there might be problems. In such case, you need to identify the problems. But there might be students who are completely satisfied with the condition. But again, you are interested in finding out the problems of the canteen. So problem to me may not be problem to you. In such case, you need to identify a biased sample, not a random sample. A biased sample because those are the people who have problems. In such case, you can make an open invitation. I am going to do a research to identify the problems of the canteen. Those who can tell about the canteen, please come and visit me and tell me your problems. So that is what is called self-selection. So, and I am volunteering to give the answer. If I am a student, I know the problems that I have, and I go to the researcher and I tell the problems to the researcher. It's a self-selection process. But we can't generalize in these findings because those problems may be unique to those kind of students. But still, if your objective is to improve the quality, even you need to address even the simple complaint of the students. Self-selection is a really good method. So what is snowball technique? As I mentioned earlier, if you are finding out the problems associated with your canteen or cafeteria, self-selection is good. But if you are doing a research on commercial sex workers, can you ask, please come, who are the commercial sex workers? Please come and tell me your problems. It will not happen. In such case, you have to use snowball technique. Before that, I would like to recall you the snowball, why this name is there. In my country, there's no snow. I have seen snow through cartoons. But if you remember those cartoons, this is a mountain. You roll a snowball towards the bottom of the mountain. What will happen? When you roll this will be gradually enlarged. And if there's a person here, by that time it will be very large. So he will be like this at the end. Gradually, the ball will be enlarged. So like that, snowball sampling technique, we do something like this. That's why we call this as snowball sampling technique. You are interested in finding out the health problems associated with commercial sex workers. Can we have a list of commercial sex workers? No. It's difficult. In such case, can we ask them, can we make a random process? No. Can we go for quota sampling? No. Can we go for judgmental or purposive sampling? No. Can we go for self-selection technique? No. In such case, we go for snowball sampling technique. We can find out at least few commercial sex workers. So you are the researcher here and you ask few commercial sex workers to participate for your research. But probably there should be a network among the commercial sex workers. In that case, we can ask for them to ask their colleagues to participate for the research. He may be telling 2 people, this person may be telling to another few, this also one. These people will be telling another few. So like that, we can get a huge sample, like in the case in the snowball. That is what is called snowball sampling technique, where we generally apply when we don't know the population and it's difficult to get the people in the population. If you do not know about the drug addicts in your society, you can easily apply the snowball sampling technique. But again, it is difficult to generalize the findings, but there's no way that we can generalize. In such case, we can calculate the minimal sample size and you can go till the minimal sample size is achieved using the snowball sampling technique. As the minimal sample is there, there's some possibility, some degree of possibility of generalizing. I hope that you are clear about self-selection sampling and snowball sampling technique.